So what we're gonna do is look for a lockbox, everyone. That is done with our long-range scanner. So if you remember, the long-range scanner was left shift and pressing 3. You'll get this aqua sort of business. We will hold R. We will release it right before they come together. And what we're looking for as we turn are little blips. There we go. So there's a blue ping right in front of us. So I'm going to toggle the shift 3. Make sure to scan it. That's still in front of us. Go back to shift 1, travel mode. And then eventually, if we keep heading in the direction of that blue ping, we will see it here on our HUD. And we might fly by it. So get, your finger on the backspace key to do an all stop if need be. Once you get into faster craft, this becomes a little bit more tedious as you really pick up speed, you really fly right on by, and you have to go backtrack a little bit. Yep, blue ping still in front of us here. That's why I just go back and forth just to make sure I didn't overfly it. This is where having the ship in standard fly mode so you can move your mouse freely comes into play, because you don't want to be always chasing this blue circle. Once you get the ship pointed, let it stay pointed. Yeah, we'll just pulse our boost a little bit. Just tab and tab and tab. Keep heading in the direction of the blue ping. All right, I think we're getting really close, at least we should be. Let's do another ping here. Is the blue still in front of us here? I didn't see any, yeah. Still in front of us. I didn't see any exclamation marks fly by here. One important note, as your ship is in travel mode and it reaches its top speed, it will not turn. Aha. So the lockbox. All right, cool. So we've stopped here at the lockbox, and when you left click on it, you can see that it's only 6% hull with 8 locks. And that is the things, those red ones right there. You can see it is spinning like crazy. What some people will recommend you do is go on EVA if you have a hand laser, because your hand laser will not do as much damage to this crate if you mess up and shoot it with a ship. But looking at our spacesuit upgrades, you can see we have a scanner and a repair laser. We do not have the spacesuit blaster. So that is bought at a station. We don't have it, so we'll have to do things very precisely with our ship. And the thing I can recommend, hit escape, go to save game, and then I'm not going to overwrite my main save. I'll go to slot 10 here, nice and far away, and save your game. So the next thing to do is, how do you get precise shots with this? What you don't want to do is just point your nose at it and shoot and hope for the best. What I do is I point off to the side and I click down my middle mouse button. That will fire the laser, but you'll also see that that dot now follows the mouse pointer. So every time you hit the middle mouse button, it will shoot exactly where you want it to go. So now that you have this locked to the mouse, this is a little bit of surgical. Let me actually strafe to the side and get a better angle on this from the front. And once again, the most important thing to do is not hit the lockbox itself. So when you're ready, press down the middle mouse button when you're ready to fire. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. One strategy is to kind of shoot them when they're hanging off of the side. So see how it rotates and it's just those locks exposed on the side. Try to time it there. There's 4. There's 5. A little bit tricksy. Yeah, we missed that one. Okay. And see, that's why it's good to sort of aim off to the side. It's good to miss off to the side. It's terrible to miss directly in the lockbox itself. Just take your time. This is not a race. You are not under attack. This is not timed. And last lock. Okay, so it looks like it's going to come over the top there. So we will wait for it to come back over the top. Boom. Now press O. Pull in all the lockbox stuff. And you can see a legal item. This is red. That is an AGI neural network. If I am scanned by the police right now, they will tell me to drop the cargo. If I press M and then player and inventory, there it is. You can see that it is marked in an orange. It's worth $9,900, but not to a regular seller. They won't buy illegal goods. But we have a basic fuel injector, some mixed fruit, salvage electronics, more secure containers, advanced targeting modules, carbon filters, crystal bits, and some herbicide. So now that we have some goodies, I will show you how to sell off your inventory items. The first thing we need to do is go to the nearest station and hope that we don't get scanned. When you're on the map, you can press the R key, and that will recenter you. And it looks like there is a unknown object, unknown station there. So I'm going to right-click that, start guidance to object. So now fly to unknown station. It's lit up right there. Standard docking bay. Let's shift 1, get into travel mode, and hope we aren't scanned by the cops. If we are scanned, the only thing that will drop is that AGI neural network, but it's worth it. And I'll also show you how to avoid cop scans if we are scanned. Essentially, the trick is they scan the pilot of the craft. So if a police officer comes up, you can just stand up, get out of the chair. They'll scan the chair, not see a thing, let you go about your business. And I'm going to this nearest station because every station with a docking bay has a shop. So there isn't a, there are things like trading stations that just buy and sell a lot of big goods. But if you have just inventory items to sell, you can go to any station with a dock, and it will do that.
Salvage team, what is your status?
This is DLC, pay no mind to the guy behind the curtain. So that's a Tides of Avarice expansion to show the player that there is scrapping available. So if you get to playing and you realize, hey, there's a war zone just on the other side of my sector, or shoot, your own sector becomes a war zone full of dead ships, you can harvest those ships for raw materials, salvage those down, make components out of them, all that good stuff. That is with the Tides of Avarice expansion. All right, so we'll go over docking and flying here. We're almost to this station here, which once we get within 40K of the station, now we know it is an advanced electronics factory. We're going to pass by these jump gates here. That's how to go from place to place. We're going to hit our backspace at about 10K, let ourselves come a little bit closer, and then to request docking. If you're flying yourself, that is Shift D.
Docking granted.
And you can see it gives us some guiding lights. We'll follow those green guiding lights to the docking bay. Docking bays look like this. What I'll do is I'll also roll to where the bottom of our ship is going to be at the bottom of the docking bay, because I know that's going to be the orientation that we are going to need. I don't see any local police, so we are going to make it with our illegal goods. All right. Quick aside, as we get close to a station, sometimes smugglers will appear as in red. Make sure you don't shoot other civilian ships, but only the ones that pop up in red. We will actually get congratulated for blowing them out of the sky. We'll hit O to pull in all of the goodies that smuggler was carrying. Some carbon filters and whatnot. All right, let's get back to landing. All right, so we'll follow the green lines into the docking bay. Once you get close enough, it will slow you down basically to a speed limit when you're in the shield bubble. The other thing we're looking at is the silhouette. Basically, it's wanting us to come down. This is the docking interface. If you have a docking computer, you just fly right toward your parking spot and it will do this step automatically. Hey, there's a $500 payment for our destroying an enemy. So what we're doing is make sure that the mouse steer is off, because we want to point our nose right at the center circle in the green. We want to make sure that our roll lines up with the wings there. And now all we'll be doing is pulling forward ever so slightly until we see this triangle get online. We overshot. We'll back up and hit backspace right on the green line. Then we are going to use our A key to slide on over to the left. And then we're going to use our S key to lower ourselves to where this blue triangle touches the green and automatically pulls us in. We are now docked.
Successfully docked.
With more practice, you can do that really, really quick, or like I said, with a docking computer from an equipment dock or a wharf, you upgrade, repair ships, go to your components, buy a docking computer. And then you just point your nose at a parking place, slam yourself in, and it does the rest for you. Now we are going to walk to this turbo lift, left click, use transporter room, go to the trader's corner, travel to. Like I said, every dock area has a trader's corner. If you want to use your items to craft with, every trader's corner has this crafting bench. You left click on it and you can see, oh, if we wanted to make electronics, we would need 25 salvaged electronics, and then we could sell that batch for 18,100 instead of 145 per. So it's either we make, $500 now, or we hold on to our salvaged electronics, make a batch of electronics with 25, sell it for 18 grand. We also have Argnu steaks. We need 5 Argnu steaks, 3 mixed fruit, and 3 rare spices to form a $15,000 meal. Possible. This AGI neural network with 1 interface unit and a decryption module makes a $155,000 security bypass system. Our spacesuit bombs. We've got 7 secure containers. If we had a remote detonator and unstable crystal, $90,000 bomb. Spacesuit EMP, same thing. Remote detonator and a lodestone, we can make a $120,000 spacesuit EMP. So there are your crafting materials. They will be in a separate category than your trade wares.
Can I help?
We'll left click, show them your wares.
Here you go.
So we can see we have 6 Argnu steaks at a pretty good cost, 800 per. Are we saving up for a fine meal? Up to you. If you wanted to get rid of them, we'll just drag all 6 over. We also have 2 mixed fruit at a standard price. It's kind of green. So we will drag those 2 over. We also have 3 salvage electronics at 162 credits per. We could sell those. And then you notice how this secure container is a little bit yellow. It means that this is not the best price. There are others who will buy this for better. But, we're not picky. We'll sell all 7. We have our spacesuit scanner and our repair laser. We are not selling those. We could buy the hand laser for 56,000 credits if we wanted to. That is the actual gun, the weapon that we can use to open lockboxes with. If we scroll down, seminars. That is so you can train your pilots and your managers without them having to gain their own experience. So pretty handy to have. And these are trade wares. You can willy-nilly get rid of these. These are not used in any of the recipes. So we can sell all 6 of the carbon filters, all 3 of our crystal bits, 2 of our herbicides. And you can see we'll get 45,000 credits for this trade, taking us up to 55,000 credits. Confirm. Now, if we look at our inventory again, notice how we still have that illegal AGI neural network. The only shady bar traders buy illegal goods like that. But we've unloaded ourselves. This basic engine filter and high energy catalysts are for making modifications. Really long-term stuff. They're not worth a whole lot. They're just for making modifications. And we have 2 advanced targeting modules. Once again, not bought by your regular traders. So next time, everyone, we will hire our first pilot, and we will, let's see, how much is a basic piloting seminar here? Basic seminar, sure. We will buy 1 basic pilot seminar, just to show how seminars work. And let's go get that pilot.